All right, happy Tuesday. Thank you guys for tuning in for another episode of My Lazy Journey. If you're watching this live, please let us know that you're watching this live. If you're watching the replay or you're watching this on YouTube, wherever I end up posting this at, please let me know where you're watching this from and please let us know what you think. As always, I'm not going to do the long spiel. If you want to learn more about why My Lazy Journey was created and why I have the type of people that I have on here, please head over to the YouTube channel to watch the full video. I break it down why I have different service providers for your home life and your business life, lazy millennial, all that stuff. But as y'all know, I like to focus on our guests so they have the most time they can to get out what they need to get out because I really want you guys to connect with them because they are awesome. So without further ado, I'm going to introduce tonight's guest, Miss Carmela. So I'm going to read her in and then we're going to bring her up. Same old fashioned. So Carmela is a Facebook ads and marketing automation expert. Clients come to her when they're ready to make more money on the internet. So we all know we need that. We all know we want that. So I'm going to bring her up so she can explain more what she does. Hey, Carmela.
Love the short and sweet intro. Me before.
I know it took a minute. It took a minute because normally I'd be messing up the live. Yeah. But anyway, so I read you in. We are just gonna dive right in. So first things first. How did you end up in the field that you ended up? How did you end up in the marketing field, especially
Marketing
automation?
in general. That's interesting. I actually have an MBA in finance, so I spent a lot of years as a corporate banker and made a ton of money and hated every single day of my life. Literally did not want to get out of bed, did not want to do it. I was really, really good at it, but I just didn't love it.
Yeah.
So in 2015, I decided I had had enough. I was going to go out and do my own thing. And so, long story short, a couple of mistakes later that I'm not going to get into, settled on running Facebook and Instagram ads for service-based businesses, in particular for people who had personal training studios, gyms, things of that nature. And then eventually made my way into running ads for some pretty well-known coaches in the personal development space that had, $200,000, $300,000 a month kind of budgets, and did that for about 3 years or so. And then just decided I was helping them make too much money, and I needed to be, getting some coins broken off from myself.
Right. Exactly.
So I started running Facebook ads for coaches and consultants on behalf of my own company. Started off as a freelancer and then started hiring contractors here and there. And that was really good until iOS 14 came around.
That dreaded update.
I still have some clients that I run Facebook ads for, but it's kind of like the chef special where it's not anywhere on my website anymore that I'm redoing. Like you have to kind of come through the back door and ask it up for you. Even kind of like if I have the ingredients, I'll make it because I really wanted to focus more on marketing automation, which is where I found a true passion. And it came about because so many people were coming to me telling me that they wanted me to run their ads or they wanted to run Facebook ads. And I was like, okay, well, tell me about your CRM. I don't have one. Okay, well, how do you follow up with leads that come through? Do you have an email marketing? I don't have that either. Okay, are you using SMS? What's that? Okay, and so as I was going through questions, I realized I could take their money and I could promise them the world, and I could promise I was going to get these results that I knew I couldn't get if I were somebody who was unethical. Because it's easy to promise people the world and then not deliver, which is a ton of what is wrong with the marketing kind of space today. People making a lot of promises they don't deliver on. But that's not me. That's not how I'm made up. So I started turning people away. Like, I don't want to run your Facebook ads, and I would advise you not to pay anybody else to run your Facebook ads until you get this in place.
Yeah.
And then you want to put money behind it. Because here's the thing, Facebook ads are only going to amplify whatever it is you have going on right now. If you have a good organic traffic and your message is hitting, then when you take that same message, it's going to hit with the Facebook ads. You're going to be able to scale that way. If you've got good systems for bringing leads in and delivering on whatever the project is and offboarding and all that kind of stuff, when you start bringing in regular leads, because you've scaled now, you're just going to be able to amplify your success because you've got all the groundwork already laid out. If you don't have trying to spend a bunch of money on Facebook ads and the back end is broken, it's like building a house on sand. It makes 0 sense and your house is not going to last very long. So I was gonna go, and then I was like, you know what? That's some money that I'm letting walk away. Let me figure out how I can actually help these people rather than, turn them away.
Yeah.
So I started getting into building automations and funnels and figuring out what works, what makes a high converting funnel, what kind of messaging works better. Because what you write on your blog is not the same thing you're going to write on your sales page. Like there's a difference in the type of content that you need to put on there. So understanding all of that and split all things that go into creating a high converting funnel. And I realized I really liked it and I was good at it. So I've shifted. So that's what I do now is I help people, not money on the internet, but I help people to automate their lead generation, their client onboarding, their client offboarding in a way that allows them to be able to scale without having to manually do all the things. And it really puts them in a position where when they want to run Facebook ads, they've already got this well-oiled machine working for them in the background so they can start making money while they sleep. So
right, as it should be, and that's what people want. So my next question, so we're going to dive in a little bit to Leads to Funnel Pro. So let's say I am the evergreen, because everybody wants to run ads, or not everybody, but like people are like, I guess I got to run ads, or I got to do this, that, and the third, and they don't have the software to support the things that they're trying to do. So tell us a little bit more about Leads to Funnel Pro. So like I'm somebody watching right now, why should I get Leads to Funnel Pro and not one of the 7 million software out there?
Well, let me start off by telling you why something like a Leads to Funnel Pro is even necessary. And then I'll dive into exactly what it is. You decide that you want to do like a typical lead gen funnel and you want to automate it, right? You're going to need some type of landing page software, somewhere for people to go where you can send them. You're going to need somehow to allow them to be able to opt in. It's either going to be some type of a form builder. Maybe it's within your funnel builder. Maybe it's not. Maybe you've got to use Jotform or something like that. So now you're up to 2 pieces of software. Then you got to have, if it's something that people have to pay for, you got to have some other type of connection for them to pay for it with some kind of outside shopping cart. If there's a course involved, then you have to be able to have your housing and hosting that course. If it's just a matter of you being able to send out follow-up emails or SMS messages for reminders or order delivery, is you have to have 2 more pieces of software for that. So by the time you add all these things up, you're looking at 8 to 10 different pieces of software that you could possibly need to have your funnel work. Oh, and not to mention, now you got to have a Zapier or an Integromat subscription because those pieces of software don't talk to each other natively. Mm-hmm. So you got to have another piece of software that you layer on top of all of that so that your software will talk to each other. Because it defeats the purpose if you've got 15 different pieces of software and you've got to manually download information from one piece of software and upload somewhere else and download it somewhere else. You can't spend your time doing that because that's time you're spending not actually making any money, right? That's wasted time. And so by the time you add all that up, not only are you spending hundreds of dollars a month on software, but you've duct taped all these little pieces of software together and you just pray that something doesn't break.
Right.
Where you got to kind of now dig deep and figure out where the issue is. So with Leads to Funnel Pro, we solve a lot of that because it's an all-in-one marketing automation software and it's adding more and more features every day. Like we now have blogging that is in beta right now. And that's like they're coming out. We're having more and more features built out. Its basic core, it's a CRM, so you can track your leads. It's an SMS and email marketing system. You can send out your email newsletters, your SMS reminders. You can have one-on-one conversations, one-to-many conversations to keep all that in one place. It's a sales pipeline. You can keep track of where your leads are in the pipeline. Are they new lead? Have they booked a call? Is somebody need to follow up on? You can manage all that in Leads to Funnel Pro. You can send out invoices. You can, it's got a calendar. So now you don't need Calendly or Acuity or any of those other pieces of software. You can have people book right on your calendar that's in there. It's got a course hosting and membership hosting site. So now you don't need Kajabi or Teachable or Thinkific. So, with all of that together, pieces by itself, Kajabi by itself is probably $197 a month, I think.
Yeah, I'm about to say about $200 by itself.
Yeah. So by the time up, you're at $5 a month. And software costs, well, not only does Lisa Funnel Pro cost way less than that, but you also get the functionality of all of that. But here's the thing, even more so than the cost savings, because I don't like to lead with that, because as long as you're getting a return on it, it shouldn't really matter what things cost, right? But in this case, it is going to be a reasonable cost. But here's the thing that people don't understand. When you are marketing your services, if you are not able to track your results, if you don't have somewhere you can see what are the efforts that I'm putting out and what am I getting back from it? What is my return? If you don't have any way to easily see that, then you're just shooting like darts in the dark, right? You have no idea where they're landing. And so having things consolidated into a single platform helps you to see at a glance how your marketing is actually performing for you. We have a native integration with Facebook lead ads, for example. So if you run Facebook lead ads, you can see how many leads I got from that. How much was my cost per lead? Like all of that is right there in the system. When people come through that lead ad, you can see specifically what campaign they came from, what form they filled out, what other pages they clicked on while they were in your ecosystem. You can kind of follow. So that way you can identify who your hottest leads are right away. And you're not sending everybody the same message. Because I know Audrey clicked on 900 things over here. So she's clearly somebody that's interested. Meanwhile, Pam over here didn't even opt into the freebie, that extra freebie that I offered her. So she's somebody who's going to get a different message, right? Being able to see all of that is what's going to help you to know what part of your marketing is working, so you can double down on working and get rid of things that aren't. So not only are you saving money, not only you're combining functionality of 8 to 12 different pieces of software, but you also are able to manage how your marketing is performing for you at a glance from a single dashboard and a mobile app. So you can do a lot of this on the go as well.
Ooh, okay.
Got young kids. And so I don't know if they're involved in sports or whatever, but I always tell this story that I was literally eating turkey at Thanksgiving and somebody was booking a call with me and they had like a quick little issue. And I literally just responded, right? Turkey in one hand, quick response in the other hand, hit that, and they booked and the rest is history. So it's that simple.
And we need that simplicity, especially under this brand of the lazy millennial. So my next question. So let's say someone wants to, when should someone purchase the software? Like, could they just go right into it, or do you have a recommendation for that? Or should they just,
when is it time to purchase this type of software?
Yeah.
It's not for everybody. I'm not one of those people that just wants to, have you buy it, just because you have a Pulse and a PayPal. Like, that's not me. Like, I think you need to have a business. You need to be having, some level of success with it, meaning that, you're having some sales. I don't recommend that people just starting out invest in a lot of automation and even Facebook ads until you kind of get your system down. And really, what's a system? It's just anything that you do more than once, right? Once you identify what that system is, then you can identify those things that need to be automated. Then it's time to look into, okay, what can I do to automate this? Can I automate it? Do I need to delegate? You're just getting started. Exactly. My software is $197 a month. It's worth way more than that. But if you're just getting started, I wouldn't recommend that you invest in that until you get your business, right? And then when you're ready to scale, you want to invest in this software. Now, if you are really having a measure of success and you don't even want to build all this out yourself, we can build all of it out for you. So that's kind of the next level, right? If you're somebody who tech makes you break out in hives, just the thought of it makes you want to run away screaming, then you can pay somebody, and me, my team, to set all this stuff up so that it's just ready for you when you're ready.
I love that. And I'm about to say, I like tech and everything, but I don't feel like doing stuff. So that's exactly why I just pay someone else to do it. So
I always tell people to manage, how they want to spend their time. I have a calculator that I like to go through when I'm doing my master classes, because it really helps people to identify how much money they're leaving on the table by doing stuff that's outside their zone of genius, as opposed to the things that they should be doing that move the needle in their business. And it's amazing how many people are like, hey, I could have made like $300,000 extra last year if I hadn't tried to do all this stuff over here myself. So the cost benefit analysis is important. My daughter's going to college next year. I could help her with her applications. I could help her apply for scholarships. I don't want to. I don't want the stress. I don't want the hassle. I'd rather pay somebody. That's their thing.
Right.
And that's what she's doing tonight. So I paid somebody to walk her through that whole process so I don't have to.
And look, you're on live here with me. So delegation, that actually leads me to my next question. How do you implement laziness or delegation or boundaries inside your life?
That's it. That's what
I know. So that's you pretty much answered it.
This is such a stressful time. Oh my gosh, this I don't remember going through all this stress when I probably applied to college back in the day when Jesus was a baby. But I mean, it's crazy. And I wanted my last year with her at home to be a time where we can enjoy each other as much as possible. She's still kind of stressed because there's a lot going on. But I did not want me getting on her every day. Did you do this? Did you fill that out? Did you apply for this? I didn't want that to be the reason why she was stressed. So I pay somebody. If she hears it from Miss Tandy, that's between her and Miss Tandy, not me.
Right.
And I'm good with that. It was worth every penny.
Listen, you pretty much just like summed up how it is. Like, I'm gonna pay somebody else to do it. I don't feel like doing it. I could do it, but I'm just gonna pay someone else and they handle it. So that is the vibe that we are going for tonight and just moving forward. So my next thing, what can we expect from Miss? Well, let's say Miss. What can we expect from you next? I mixed up my terms.
Oh, you can't wait. I thought it was going to be done. I booked in to have this chat with you tonight, thinking my pictures were going to be done for my new website. And I haven't gotten them back yet. I'm like, oh, God, I'm so anxious because my new website is about to launch. All of our new services and packages are done for you services and packages are about to launch our done for you automation. We're going to be doing VIP days, as well as done for you client onboarding, done for you client offboarding, and done for you lead gen funnels. Something you just, you work with us, we take notes, we get to understand your business, and we build out all those automations for you. So I'm super, super excited about this next level of business because it's something that you can put into place and expect to just get, a return, multiple return over time. Because once you set an automation up, it's not that you never have to touch it again. That's not true. You want to make sure that it's optimized, but the core of it, if it's set up right, should continue to work for you over and over and over and over again. And all you have to do is just bring some clients in.
I love that. Okay, so don't worry. I'm about to say, don't worry about the website. I'll add it in afterwards. It's about to be posted on YouTube and all that good stuff. And I'm pretty sure someone's watching this on YouTube one day. And yeah, it'll be updated. So actually, leading off from that, where can we find you online? Where can we find Carmela? Where do you like hanging out at? And where can we expect to see some posts or something from you?
Yeah, you can find me on Instagram. I'm not over there that much, to be honest with you. I spend most of my time on Facebook. So you can definitely find me, Carmela Baxter Wilson, here on Facebook. And I'm starting to get back into LinkedIn, but I haven't jumped back over there yet. But you can find me over there under Carmela B. Wilson. And Instagram, Carmela B. Wilson as well. Again, I don't even go to Instagram, but hey, if that's your thing, I might see it one day if you go over there. So you've got my CarmelaWilson.com URL at the bottom. It's just going to lead you to my leads2funnel.com URL, which is where my Done For You software is. And so if anybody's interested in finding out more about it and wants to schedule an automation success call, they can go to leads2funnel.com or go to CarmelaWilson.com and fill out just a brief application and go ahead and get on my calendar. And we could see whether this is a system that's going to work for you.
I love that you do like the calls to like make sure people have success using the system. So I love that you do that. I just want to add that in. So that's all I got for you. You guys make sure to watch out for Carmela. She has so many amazing things coming up. I'm going to shut my mouth because I want to say more, but I am not tonight. So yeah, just keep an eye out. If you're watching the replay, again, let us know. I will update the links as usual as things change. And that's all I got for y'all tonight. And we got one last episode next week. So y'all just tune in next week and join me for another episode of My Lazy Journey. So y'all have a great night and have a happy Tuesday.
Bye.